Welcome to Psychic Insights, where pop culture meets higher consciousness and the tea is always a little bit mystical. I'm Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, and around here we don't just watch the drama unfold, we read the energy behind it, whether it's celebrity scandals, reality TV, chaos, or true crime with a twist. I'm tuning in to bring you the intuitive scoop, the headlines miss. So buckle up, because your aura's about to get entertained. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's Robin Richardson, your psychic girlfriend, also Dating After 50 podcast host. And we're going to take a look at the Golden Bachelor, episode 3. And I'm a little less salty today, so maybe you're in luck. Well, maybe not. I don't know. We'll get into it. This week had everything. It had comedy roasts, which I found very entertaining. Roses, a pajama party, always nice to see Susan and Kathy. And of course, optics over depth. Let's start with Mel. Okay, yeah, I get it. He's handsome. Great teeth. Charming-ish. A former NFL athlete. Never a good sign. I would never date I should never say never, but professional athletes. I'm not sure they're great partners, but all the shiny things, right? But once again, Mel is not really opening up. He tells Nicole his divorce was heart-wrenching. And then nothing deeper, no reflection, no sharing, no vulnerability. Just polite nods and surface smiles. And to be fair, I'm going to be fair on Mel a little bit today. Nicole talked over him. Like, she asked some really good questions that one would want to know about his marriage, why it ended, and they got very limited time, so you got to get in there, right? But all she did was kept yapping, talking over him. Like, basically, it looked to me like what we do as women is, I'm just going to connect the dots. I asked him the question. I'm not really going to listen to it, but because he's going to fit into my version of him. Nicole, I just kept screaming at the screen, shut up. Okay, anyway, the rest of the women, they're spilling their guts. They're talking about betrayal, loneliness, hopes for a final, lasting marriage, and now he's playing it safe. And here's the thing. In Mel's human design, he's a projector. And it shows. Projectors thrive on being recognized and invited in, which explains why he lights up when women validate him, like Debbie's chosen and Nicole's bold kiss. But the shadow side of a projector is they can struggle with patience and depth, and we saw that with Carol. Instead of creating space for Carol, who was admittedly an introvert and unskilled in dating, check out my podcast, Carol. It'll help you. So, instead of allowing her to warm up or giving her space, he rushed her. That's how I felt. He rushed her. She just could only say that she thought he was handsome. That's not enough, Carol. But you know what? He's the lead. He needs to create space for her. But he just seemed impatient to me, like he didn't want to spend any time with her. And he kept things surface level, the optical. You're pretty, whatever. You're delightful, whatever. Those words he used. And then when Robin came in, bold and flirty, he labeled it aggressive. It's not aggressive, Mel. That's a woman who knows what she wants. And I hope Robin takes a look-see and says, yeah, I don't think he's the right one for me. And so what rubbed me the wrong way other than that? Well, from the women, Debbie's chosen language. She's sweet on the surface, but it creates imbalance because love isn't about being picked. like a rose at the florist. It's about mutual recognition. And I did enjoy their date. I loved that Debbie got that she got to have that kind of date. She deserves that, right? And Carol's moment when she was with Mel and she needed time and Mel didn't give it. You know, chemistry can be a slow burn, and maybe it should be. Someone told me that once when I was early in my dating, and I couldn't accept that. But I think as time goes on, chemistry isn't the best way to judge whether a relationship will be compatible or not. Now, definitely chemistry should be there. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying let's not lead with that, right? Let's step back, take some time. Cindy's insecurity drove me bonkers. On one hand, my heart aches for her. She's carried her old wounds, comparison and fear. And Mel, he didn't step in to ground her or create that space of safety and stability. He let it float, heavy. And the optics, handsome, beautiful, gorgeous. Enough with the adjectives. Can we get some depth here? Do I need to order it from Amazon Prime? Okay. The comic relief, thank goodness. The roast was the highlight. The spark of personality, wit, and realness. Gerri and the Mile High Club loved it. That throwaway line was gold. Amy, she's sweet, she's funny, she's positive, and even though she ended up going home at the end of the night, she left a vibe. She tried to lean into the moment despite losing her voice, showing up with humor and lightness. That's the spirit I respect. Amy, call me. I will have wine with you anytime. She's funny. Robin's spark, bold, flirty, confident. Mel called it aggressive, and again, no, that's clarity and presence, honey. We saw more of the women's essence in that roast than in many of the pressured daytime conversations. Then Susie and Kathy from season 1 popped in with pajamas, games, and a big sister energy. And their message to the women is go for it, be seen, don't hesitate, lean in, and I agree. For the women who've been out of the dating game, widowed, divorced, or just lost track of how to date, that reminder is powerful. Sometimes vulnerability isn't in sharing your past, it's daring to reach for what you want now. Then again, Mel stayed safe. The women stepped out and he didn't meet them there. So here are the rose ceremony results. The roses went to Nicole, Debbie, Cindy, Peg, Roxanne, Gerri, Cheryl, Robin, and Carol. And Amy, my fun, upbeat queen, sadly, she went home. Monica B, Monica P, and Terry. And yes, Amy is out. One of my sweet favorites, just because she's great to watch and I just love her vibe. But I know she knows that she brought a lot of light, but that now she's cut and she didn't get the rose. And you know what? I hope she's got some bigger and better opportunities in her DMs. So this pattern is crystal clear for me. Mel rewards validation. He steps away from boldness. He leans on optics and chemistry rather than emotional intimacy. As a projector, he's designed to guide with wisdom, but he hasn't slowed down enough to actually show his depth. Right now, he's charming, but not quite real, and real, lasting marriages need more than his charm. So what's going to happen next week when we saw the scenes? Well, Nicole's influencer line is going to land like dynamite because here's where the season tension deepens. Is this about love or visibility? And I ask, can someone walk into this genuinely and find love and build their brand too? Or do those paths inevitably collide in mess and contradiction? We're about to get some real answers. So let's talk. Do you think Mel as a projector is capable of going deep? Or will he prefer staying on the safe side on the surface? Did Debbie's chosen language feel romantic or uneasy to you? And did Mel mislabel Robin as aggressive when she was really just showing clarity and confidence? Did Susan and Kathy's advice lift the women or add pressure? And one big one. Can someone be on a show like this for both love and influence, or does it always undercut the other? And don't forget, I break all these themes down every week on my Dating After 50 podcast. And if you want more human design in relationships, midlife love, and what's really behind the optics, join me there. Because real love, the kind that lasts, demands more than just being beautiful on camera. And I will see you in the next one.